Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. As we all know, we live in the modern world where the era is increasingly sophisticated and technological progress is increasingly rapid. One of the most advanced technologies is the computer. The computer itself has two components that are important for the computer's work process: hardware and software. Because of that, we will explain what we saw to know about computer hardware. For that, please allow us Group 1 with members Alfiadin, Anzur Rumbial, Mila Asgar, Gracien Sinain, Reza Sakina, Tia Halimambo, and Muhammad Gorat. Thank you.
Everything you need to know about computer hardware. What is computer hardware? Hardware can be defined as the physical components that a computer system needs to function. Computer hardware refers to the components that make up a computer system. List of computer hardware. Here are some common individual computer hardware that you will often find inside a modern computer. First, motherboard. Motherboard is a printed circuit board and a foundation of a computer that is the biggest board in a computer charge. Second, central processing unit or CPU. This is a part of a computer that handles the data and activities of the various physical components of the computers. Third, random access memory or RAM. RAM is volatile memory, which means it does not store data or instruction permanently. And other parts of computer hardware can be seen on the screen.
Next, common hardware that you might find connected to the outside of a computer: auto, money, tablets, laptop, and network. Integrate some of these items into the whole system. First, monitor. A monitor is an electronic visual computer display that includes a screen, circuitry, and triggers in which that circuitry is encoded. Older computer monitors make use of tablet-like tubes, which make them turn heavy and inefficient. Second, keyboard. A keyboard is an input device and is the most basic way for the user to communicate with a computer. Third, mouse. A mouse is a small device that a computer user pushes across the surface in order to point to a place on a display screen and to select on one or more actions to take from that position. Less common individual computer hardware device, either because these pieces are not usually integrated into other devices or because they've been replaced with newer technology. First, sound card. A sound card is an extension component used in a computer to receive and send audio. Sound cards are configured and utilized with the help of a software application and a device driver. Second, network interface card. A network interface card is a hardware component without which a computer cannot be connected over a network. Third, projector. A projector is an output device that takes image generated by a computer or Blu-ray player and reproduced how by projection onto a screen, wall, and other surface, and another part you can click on the screen.
The following hardware hardware is referred to as network hardware, and various pieces are often part of a homework or business network. First, router. A router is a device that connects to two or more packet switch network or subnetworks. Second, bridge. A network bridge is a computer network. Second is bridge. A network bridge is a computer networking device that creates a single aggregate network from multiple communication network or segments. Third is firewall. Firewall is a security system that can be used to protect computer device from threats that may occur on the internet network. Network hardware isn't as clearly defined as some other types of computer hardware. For example, many home routers will often act as a combination router, switch, and firewall. In addition to all the items listed above, there's more computer hardware called auxiliary hardware, of which a computer might have none of or several of some kinds. First, heatsink. A heatsink is a device that absorbs heat generated by electronic components or chips. Second is daughterboard. A daughterboard is a circuit board that plugs into the extend the activity of another circuit board. Last is CMOS. Complementary metal oxide semiconductor is a small amount of memory on a computer motherboard that stores the basic input or output system or BIOS settings. And another part you can read on the screen.
Troubleshooting faulty computer hardware. Computer hardware components individually heat up and cool down as they're used and then not used, meaning they eventually very similar one will fail. Some may even fail at the same time. Fortunately, it lists with desktop computers and some laptop and tablet computers. You can replace the non-working piece of hardware without having to replace or rebuild the computer from scratch. Here are some resources you should check out before you go out and purchase a new hard drive. Replacement RAM stick or anything else you think might be going bad. Memory or RAM. Fan-free memory takes programs. Learn how to replace the memory or RAM in your computer. Hardware. Find the best commercial hardware repair software. Learn how to replace a hardware.
Hardware devices won't work at all of devices is disabled or may not be running properly if the wrong driver is installed. Here are some device manager troubleshooting resources. Learn how to view a device's status in Windows. For example, open Device Manager, which you can find from the control panel on every version of Windows. Learn to enable a device in Device Manager in Windows. For example, in the control panel window, click Hardware and Sound. In the Hardware and Sound window, under Device and Preference, click Device Manager. In the Device Manager windows, double-click the category icon of the device to be enabled. Under Device Manager category, click to select the device to be enabled. If you decide that some hardware needs replacing or upgrade,
Find the support information from the manufacturer, including electronically, like an operating system or a video editing tool, which run on the hardware. Hardware versus software. A computer system isn't complete unless there's also software, which is different than hardware. That software is data that's stored electronically, like an operating system or a video editing tool, which runs on the hardware. Hardware gets its name due to the fact that it's strict when it comes to modification, where software is more flexible. That is, you can easily upgrade or change software. Firmware is closely related to hardware and software. Firmware is used to tie the two together so that a software program knows how to interface with a piece of hardware.
That's the explanation from my college about everything you need to know about hardware. Next, I will give a little conclusion from our explanation. In the first point, contains a list of computer hardware. 1. Mainboard. 2. CPU or central processing unit. 3. RAM or random access memory. Then there's the common hardware you might find connected to the outside of the computer. 1. Monitor. 2. Keyboard. 3. Mouse. Then on the second point, following hardware is referred to as network hardware, and the various parts are often part of a home or business network. The first, digital modem. 2. Routers. 3. And network switches. Network hardware is not as clearly defined as some other types of computer hardware. For example, many home routers will often act as a combination router, switch, and firewall. Next, there are some device management troubleshooting results. First, learn how to view device in status in Windows. Second, learn how to enable device manager in Windows. In the next point, which explains about hardware versus software. Software is electronically stored data, such as an operating system or video editing tool that runs on hardware. Firmware is used to tie the two together so that software programs know how to interact with the hardware. So that was an explanation of everything you need to know about computer hardware. That's all, and thank you.